Hello and welcome to another exciting edition of Bored at the Right Time. Today we're going to be discussing The Doors. I'm sure everyone around my age was introduced to The Doors from this double CD. I remember getting it, I want to say it was probably right around 1989, 1990. We got our first CD player. My father did some barter work for a friend of his that owned a music electronics store, rather. And the deal was that he would do this work and we would get a CD player. They were very expensive back then, and I think CDs, they used to come in long boxes. CDs used to be like, 40, 50 bucks. They were expensive. But anyway, I used to listen to this CD quite a bit. Break On Through, Light My Fire, People Are Strange, 5 to 1. I mean, it's Hello, I Love You, LA Woman, Touch Me, Love Her Madly. I mean, it's just a ton of hits on this one. So the reason we're going to talk about The Doors is because I am a member, an on-again, off-again member of Vinyl Me Please. And this month's Vinyl Me Please for June is The Doors, the self-titled debut album. And the reason I got this is because it came with a bunch of extras. So anyway, it comes with a hype sticker, and it says, remastered by Bruce Botnick from the original Mono Masters, lacquers cut by Bernie Grunman. So Bruce Botnick is their producer and kind of archivist, I would say. And it's pressed on exclusive 180-gram green and gold Galaxy vinyl, which is cool. So it includes a 7-inch on clear vinyl. It's kind of cool. And it has 3 songs, Light My Fire, Take It As It Comes, and The Crystal Ship. Right there. Okay, we'll take a look at that later. So now let's look at the stuff that comes with the record. Like with all Vinyl Me Please stuff, you get a little book or a little pamphlet that discusses the record, but this one comes with artwork. It looks like the Ed Sullivan Show or one of those shows from the 60s that they sang on and probably had to edit their lyrics. So this is obviously artwork done by, it looks like Kai Ahrens, K-I-I-A-R-E-N-S. So that's kind of a nice little touch. Anyway, then it comes with a little book, and it's a 7-page book written by Jeff Weiss, who is the founder of the last rap blog, POW. So anyway, he wrote a little essay on this album, and it really goes into detail about like the cast of characters meeting each other. It was a little too expansive for me. I kind of glossed around a little bit. Sorry, Jeff. It was informative, but I just kind of wanted to get to the meat and potatoes of it, which is the record. So it comes with this little, I'm going to call it an obi, even though it's not in Japanese. So this is the obi. This is the cover. It looks very glossy and nice printing. It is the mono version. And it comes with this replica inner sleeve, which is kind of cool, the old Elektra inner sleeve. And now let's look at the colored vinyl. This is going to be cool. There you go. So the tracks are Break On Through, Soul Kitchen, The Crystal Ship, 20th Century Fox, Alabama Song, which is Whiskey Bar, and Light My Fire. Those are some pretty good greatest hits right there. And then we flip the record over, and it has Backdoor Man, I Looked at You, End of the Night, Take It as It Comes, and The End. This is a pretty long record, though, if you look. There's one song that's 11 minutes and 46 seconds, and Light My Fire is 7 minutes and 10, which was a pretty long time for a single. It's kind of like the Hey Jude syndrome. If you put it out, they'll buy it. So anyway, I listened to this and I was impressed with the mono mix. I'd never heard these songs as mono, and I was poking around on the internet, and I also heard something that I'd never heard before. I'm sure anyone that's grown up listening to this record or these sets of songs on the CD, always thought it was a little weird on Break On Through that you, when he goes to She Get, I was like, that doesn't really make sense, but I was listening to it on the internet and I heard the actual lyrics, She Get High. She Get High. And I'd never heard that before. So it was rather impressive it kind of blew my mind. Because, you know, you listen to something that you've listened to so many times and you're kind of, what was that? Or like if you hear like the remix and you kind of hear different things in different areas that you're not used to. So that was rather, I wouldn't say life-changing, but it was interesting. So I'm not sure of the history behind that censored bit. Maybe it was they didn't like the word high. They always had a problem with pop back then. Still do. Soul Kitchen, I just have my notes here. I wrote down some notes while we were listening to it. Soul Kitchen, I like the drum sound on that. It probably sounds like a Glenn Johns kind of drums, the way they're mic'd. And there's a great solo by Robbie Krieger in Soul Kitchen. I'm always impressed by Whiskey Bar's polka-esque tempo. Polka-y, I don't know what the word is. And then, you know, who doesn't like Light My Fire? And it has epic drums on Light My Fire. So John Densmore, you did good. I would recommend this record. I think everyone should probably own this. And on the back, it's kind of cool. It's stamped VMP Essentials right there. So it's gold stamped. You see that? There we go. You might be able to see that now. So it's gold stamped, which is kind of cool. I'm trying not to touch this too much because it's the kind of paper or cardboard or whatever this is that would leave fingerprints. It's that kind of shiny, so I'm trying to touch it by the edges. So anyway, that's The Doors, their self-titled record, released in 1967. I believe it was recorded in late 66 and released in 1967. And I just had one other thing I wanted to show was the 7-inch. This is really cool. It's a reproduction of a French version. And I'm not sure what this little handle thing is, so if you know what that is, put it in the comments. I'll Google it, but it's a little tab that sticks out. So this has 3 songs on it. And this is a tip-on. This is a nice reproduction. That probably was not cheap to do. See, that's my love-hate with Vinyl Me Please. I love some of the stuff they do, and not all of it. But anyway, here's the 7-inch. Take It As It Comes and The Crystal Ship are on one side, which is probably about almost 7 minutes of music, which is pretty much the max you kind of want to put on a 7-inch. And then the other side is Light My Fire, which is 6 minutes and 30 seconds. And if we look, there's a discrepancy here. So they cut out, what is that, 40 seconds? Because on the record, Light My Fire is 7 minutes and 10 seconds. And on this, it's 6 minutes and 30. So I'm guessing there was an edit. I'm not really up on my Doors the way I am other artists of this era. So I'm guessing there's probably a story of why it was edited, or if it's the radio edit, if they were doing that back then or whatever. But it also could just be as simple as they didn't want to put a 7-minute single out. So they kind of came up with a happy medium of 6.5 minutes. So anyway, that is the Vinyl Me Please version of The Doors, their debut album. And then last thing I'm going to show you is something I forgot to show you on the Record Store Day post, and that is my bag. I did get it at one of the record stores I went to, and it says, will all these records fit in my bag? No, because it's literally going to hold 4 records. It's not thick at all. So obviously they don't think people are going to buy lots of records on Record Store Day. They didn't see my 2 boxes that I brought home, but that's neither here nor there. Thanks for watching, and like always, like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks.